Hi, and welcome to Betcha Didn't Know with Brad, where we uncover tiny tidbits of trivia and reveal the meaning of life. I'm kind of like one of those Snapple lids. On this episode, we talk about technocracy. But first, here are a few things I bet you didn't know. Did you know there are more chickens on Earth than there are humans? That's right. Chickens have been domesticated for about 8,000 years, and there are over 19 billion of them on this planet. So, people who are concerned about the great robot uprising, hello, chickens. Bet you didn't know that a cat has 32 muscles in each ear. So if you're ever at the gym and you see a cat just doing pull-ups with its ears, that's why. And also, do not approach it. They scratch. Did you know that an ostrich's eye is actually bigger than its brain? Coincidentally, the same can be said of presidential nominee Donald Trump. Oh, speaking of politics, let's get to our main topic, technocracy. Technocracy is a little-known social movement that happened in the early 20th century, around 1930, in response to the Great Depression. It was started by a guy named Howard Scott, an engineer, who suggested that politicians and businessmen had no business running the government, and it should be run by scientists and engineers. So technocrats posed to get rid of the whole monetary pricing policy and replace it with something where we would actually use energy as the monetary unit of exchange. So you could imagine walking into a Walmart and saying, hey, how much is this pool noodle? And the clerk might say, oh, it's like 14 kilowatts, I think, 15 kilowatts. Technocrats actually proposed a 4-day work week for 4 hours each day to achieve maximum productivity across the world. Now, I think that sounds pretty good, right? If scientists and engineers ruled the world, could you imagine listening to a State of the Union address by a technocrat? My fellow Americans, we've run a regression model on the economy to whereby determine whether or not we can, in fact, quantifiably make America great again. We have discovered, based on several key metrics, that we indicate a non-quantifiable opportunity metric in the economy sector. Of course, technocracy actually fizzled out when people realized you can't actually run an economy, and that in the end, scientists and engineers would be just as susceptible to political maneuvering as politicians are today. So you could imagine some of the scientific mudslinging that would go on. It would be like,
your quanta are sparsely situated with strange particles. Well, my opponent, as you can see, is on the trailing edge of the bell curve.
Well, that's it for Betcha Didn't Know with Brad. Tune in next time when I introduce you to the first female candidate for president. And it wasn't Hillary Clinton. See you next time.